Ladies and gentlemen, the horses now on post parade for the 8th and feature event of the afternoon. This the 23rd running of the Brighouse Bells. A $25,000 added stake for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and older. We have a field of 7 to race a mile and a 16th. On parade now, number 1 is the BC bred brown filly, Constant Blue. Constant Blue is owned by Cedar Grove Thoroughbreds, trained by Alan May, and the rider is Mark Walker. Number 2 is the French-bred chestnut filly, Dancing Tricia. Dancing Tricia is owned by Rockridge Farms, trained by Joe Walls. The rider is Connie Curcio. Number 3, the BC-bred chestnut filly, Screaming Sue. Screaming Sue, owned by Mr. and Mrs. P. Vuegg, trained by R.W. Hall. The rider is Chris Losa. Number 4, the BC-bred bay filly, Miss 1 Mile. Miss 1 Mile is owned by Gary Hook, trained by Quint McCabe. The rider, Larry LeCourcier. Number 5, the BC-bred chestnut mare, Sherpa. Sherpa is owned by Mr. and Mrs. Gordon H. Armstrong, trained by Don Morrison, and the rider is jockey Brian Johnson. Number 6, the BC-bred brown mare, Sassy Tan. Sassy Tan is owned by the West Point Stable, trained by Thor Adcock, ridden by Aureliano Noguez. And number 7, the BC-bred chestnut mare, Solander Isle. Solander Isle races for San Rafael Farms, trained by George Cummins. The rider is jockey Dan Brock. There is exactor wagering on the Brighouse Bells, and they reach the starting point promptly in 11 minutes. They're at the post. There they go. Sassy Tan is going to the front. Miss 1 Mile moves up on the inside to challenge for the lead. Dancing Tricia close third. Screaming Sue fourth. Sherpa fifth to the outside. Then a gap of 3.5 lengths to Constant Blue. And finally Solander Isle. On the turn the first time, Miss 1 Mile now leads it by a half a length. Dancing Tricia second by a neck. Sassy Tan third by 2, then Screaming Sue, followed by Sherpa, Constant Blue, and Solander Isle. Passing the stands the first time now, and Miss 1 Mile holds the lead by a length and a half. Sassy Tan second ahead, down on the rail, Dancing Tricia third by 3, Screaming Sue fourth, Sherpa fifth, then Constant Blue, and Solander Isle. Around the clubhouse turn with Miss 1 Mile in front, and now increasing her advantage to 2.5. Dancing Tricia second and next. Sassy Tan third by 4 lengths. Screaming Sue is fourth by 3. Then Sherpa, Constant Blue, and far back to Solander Isle. They're on the backstretch, and Miss 1 Mile is still in front by a half. Dancing Tricia inching up again to challenge is second by 3.5. Sassy Tan third a length and a half. Screaming Sue is fourth. Sherpa fifth, and Constant Blue many lengths back to Solander Isle. Now we're approaching the quarter pole, and it is Dancing Tricia now on the lead by 2. Miss 1 Mile is second by 4. Sassy Tan is third. Screaming Sue fourth, and Constant Blue fifth. Dancing Tricia leads it by 2. Miss 1 Mile is second by 4 as they reach the head of the lane. And Dancing Tricia there in front by a length and a half. Miss 1 Mile coming on again on the outside. Dancing Tricia a half. Miss 1 Mile is steady on the outside. Miss 1 Mile regains the lead now, and it is Miss 1 Mile. For Miss 1 Mile, ridden to victory by jockey Larry LeCourcier. Miss 1 Mile, bred in British Columbia by Alf Webster, is owned by Gary Hook and is trained by Quint McCabe.